Hello and welcome back to Adventurous Way. I'm Matt.
And I'm Diana.
And we're back at the property today to continue the work clearing where the driveway is going to go. So if you remember last time I was working on this driveway section on my own. It was raining, it was pretty miserable, but I made some good progress. But today, hopefully, we'll get a lot more done because Diana is here to help.
And also exciting news, the first of the 3 permits that we need to get, we got it. And that's the road access permit. And that permit just says where exactly the road comes to the road. And now that we know that and it's approved, now we can actually start improving it.
Yep, so our plan today is to continue this work here on kind of expanding the opening where the driveway will go. We want to try and uncover the wall for the full width of the driveway at the entrance and then start to move the trail back. So when the contractor comes along with the excavator and the equipment, they can get in. Our goal is to take out anything less than about 6-inch diameter. So today, no real kind of like target in mind for how far we'll get. We're just going to work for a few hours. We've got some meetings in town, but otherwise just see how far we get. It has been a pretty hard day today. We have made so much progress though. We have cleared a lot of brush. We've taken down a load of the smaller trees and things, and we've just met with our contractor who's going to be here in a few weeks or so to help us actually build the driveway and just confirmed the route that it's taking. We're feeling really good about it. There's a nice steady gradient that the contractor's going to be able to kind of ease out a little bit with the excavator and just level a few areas and kind of just make sure it all looks good and works as a driveway should with the right drainage and things like that. There's still more work for us to do though. We've cleared a pretty good size at the front here, but further back it's just more like a path that we can walk. So we're going to continue with this work later on this week and try and widen that out so that it's wide enough for the machinery to get down, the excavators and things. And if we get time, we'll widen it even more. It needs to be about 20 to 25 feet wide for the actual driveway to go in. We've also been looking at some of the trees that are going to come out. So we're trying to not take out nice trees if we can. At the same time, we also need to remember the driveway's got to be a good driveway, so we can't sacrifice the capability and the functionality of the driveway just to save 1 or 2 trees. Fortunately, it doesn't look like there's any really nice trees that are going to have to come out, but there are a couple of big white pines that are going to have to come out, and some of them are looking a little dead anyway. They're not looking in the best of health, so they're not dead yet, but they're kind of not super alive either. But there's one big white pine. We measured it's just over 30 inches in diameter, so that is a big tree. Really looking forward to that and seeing how much lumber we can get out of that tree. So next time we're back, we're going to focus on widening this path, extending it all the way through the driveway and taking down some more of the brush and trees.
It would be great if the contractor will be here in a couple of weeks, but I think it's going to be more like a month.
Yes, yeah, I'm probably being optimistic, but yeah, either way, we want to get things ready so that when the team turns up with all the equipment and things on site, we've done everything we can. We've cleared as much as possible, and they can just get their machines in straight away and just get moving the earth.
So this opening here is about 40 feet. So that's going to be the driveway opening, and then it's going to narrow down to roughly 12-foot surface of the driveway. And these orange flags mark roughly the middle point of the driveway surface. Now we have a huge slash path that at some point we'll need to get through the chipper. This is how far we got. So the driveway is going to make like a nice curve over there. And the reason we are putting here because that section over there looks like a lot of bedrock. So we're trying to minimize going over that. Maybe a month or so ago, when we were walking these woods with our contractor, I lost my sunglasses, and today we found them. They were just like sitting on the grass, sitting on the ground, and I'm surprised they did not get damaged and we didn't step on it, because this is definitely in the area we had been walking back and forth today, clearing the brush. So yay, good find for me today.
Okay, so another day on the property, and I think today is going to be a really nice day. I'm here again on my own. It is just 8 o'clock in the morning, and it's about an hour's drive from where we're staying to get over here to the property. But on the way over this morning, heading over the mountains, it was pretty stunning. You could see clear blue skies above and the hilltops poking through with mist all in the valleys. So I think I can see a bit of sky, a bit of cloud up there right now, a bit of mist, but I think today is going to turn out to be a beautiful day. Yesterday was cloudy and rainy, so we weren't here on site. It's been 2 days since we were last here. So fingers crossed today things really start to dry out, and then maybe tomorrow we'll be able to get back to the wood chips and spreading those out on the trails. But for today, like I say, I'm here on my own, and I'm going to be continuing the work on the driveway. We made really good progress with that when Dinah and I were here the other day. We really cleared the front section. My goal today is to just continue that clearing. I'm going to be removing some of the brush and the smaller trees. Anything more than 6 inches, we're going to leave, 6-inch diameter. We're going to leave, and the contractor's going to take them out with the excavator. It'll just make it easier to pull up the stump and everything out of the way, rather than us trimming that down with a chainsaw, felling the tree and leaving a stump. If they can take out the whole tree, that's a little bit easier. We also have some much bigger trees that need to come out as well, some big white pines that are in the path. So we'll walk up in a second and show you those. I'm gonna get my tools ready, get my my boots on and things, and then we'll take a walk up and see what we've got to do today. So starting down here at the front, you can see we've made really good progress with the entranceway off the road here. There is this stone wall you can see kind of running across. That's got to come out, obviously, so that the excavators can get through and put the driveway in there. I'm not going to do that today. We want to bring the tractor down so that we can load those stones into the bucket. We've got some ideas for how we're going to use those stones elsewhere, but I want to be able to load those straight into the tractor bucket, and I don't want to bring the tractor down the logging trail today because I think it's going to be too wet. So for now, we'll leave those in place. Maybe tomorrow or in a couple of days' time, when things are dried out, we can make some progress there. You can see there's a handful of big trees here. This one will need to come out. This one will need to come out. This one will need to come out, and this is a beast. We measured this last time we were here. That white pine there, you can see going all the way up. It's a kind of a shame it's got to come out, but it is right in the path of the driveway, and because of where we've got a stream and we've got some bedrock over here, this is kind of the only way that we can get the driveway through. So that pine does have to come out. We measured that at just over 30 inches in diameter, so that's a big one that's got to come out. I'm not going to attempt that myself. I'm going to wait for our contractor to do that. And if you look up, it's kind of leaning a little bit that way. You can see the crown and the branches are kind of a little off that way. We are going to try and fell it this direction though, because if you look through there, there's a clear shot straight through there. It's a little hard to tell on the video, but aiming towards that tree over there, there is a clear shot. Actually, that's the logging trail through there. So again, if we fell this tree in that direction, we can then get it onto the logging trail where we can get to just down here behind this undergrowth here. We can get there with a tractor, we can bucket, we can limit. It's probably too heavy, even as logs, for us to move with the tractor, but our contractor can move that with the excavator. And we're going to send this one for milling, we think. This is a nice white pine. And it's big, 30 inches, some good size. We want to widen this to about 8 to 10 feet. So that the excavator can get through here. You can see then the orange flags continue, and we're basically aiming straight at this tree in front. So again, this will have to come down. Some of these are smaller. I'm going to try and fell some of these. We've also got some dead trees in here as well, so I'm going to have to be careful working in here today. Get my hard hat on, be observant of what's above me. And then when it gets here, you can see that the flags continue up this way. And it's a little steeper here, but we'll be able to fill this in with the excavator. The driveway continues, comes up this slope here again. A few more trees, some dead trees here that we'll clear out. A load of debris on the forest floor. and then the driveway continues up and across. As you can tell, we haven't cleared this yet. So work my way through here. And the orange flags continue to mark the trail, the driveway, all the way along, out to here. And this is where we meet the existing logging trail. And the driveway will continue up there. They're going to do some excavating to try and fill in. There's a low section up there, then a steep section. So using the excavator, they'll fill that to make it a little bit less steep. You might be wondering, why aren't we coming up this way, since this is the path of the existing logging road? Well, actually here you can see where I slipped in the truck coming down the other day. This was pretty slippery, and you can see the rock here is really shallow to the surface. So there's not a lot of topsoil on here. And that's kind of the problem. We've got some really shallow bedrock all around this property. And in particular down here at the bottom, it's the logging trail is already cutting through the bedrock. So we are trying to avoid this bedrock. To put a driveway that is a little bit more substantial, we need to make it wider than the logging trail. So you can see over on the side here, big bedrock sticking up all across here and across here as well. There's a load of bedrock hidden under here. So this is one of the areas that we're trying to avoid. We also, you'll notice that the logging trail kicks back and joins the road at a pretty acute angle down there. Again, that's not good. You want to be joining the road fairly close to perpendicular. So we're going to join this logging trail just above there, just above the tyre tracks that I left in the logging trail. So we'll come in across there. And then that clearing and the slash pile that I was just talking about, this is that little clearing that we can get to on the logging trail. And you can see the slash pile just through there. So that is the big slash pile that I pointed out earlier. So at some point we'll cut through either here or here, just so we can get the chipper right up to that and chip. We'll probably chip those into the back of the truck or something, and then we can actually pull the wood chips all the way up to the top of the property. And if you look through there, there is that white pine. It is a beautiful tree. It's a real shame it's got to come down, but it is right in the way, unfortunately. So that tree will fell actually to exactly where I'm standing. That's going to come exactly down here, and yeah, that'll land hopefully in this clearing. You can see just there, and then we'll be able to work on that here. And it's obviously longer than that clearing in terms of distance, but the trail continues down here, so we'll aim kind of straight down here to the tree. So that's the plan for the driveway, and today's plan is just, like I say, keep working up towards the path of the driveway, clearing as much brush and small trees and things as I can. Time to get to work. Okay, so got all the tools ready to go. Given what I need to clear today, I think I've got everything from brush and just some grass and ferns and things right the way up through trees. So I'm going to need most of the different sizes of tools today. I'm probably going to be starting with the string trimmer. Diana, I know, cleared some of the slightly thicker stuff last time we were here, so I think I should be able to get in the string trim. Been really happy with this string trimmer so far. This is the 60 volt cordless DeWalt string trimmer. It's the one that has the universal attachment, so I could swap this out for a brush cutter. So this is kind of the spinning blade rather than the string. I may do that at some point. It would probably be easier on this section, but because we don't have that much, it just didn't seem worth it to get a brush cutter just for this small amount of area. So we're going to be using just the hand. We've got the shears, and I've also got the branch loppers if I need something a little bit more substantial. Otherwise, been really happy with this. The other day, I thought I'd run out of string. I hadn't. The string had just kind of like gone back inside the little spool. It's done that twice on me now. It's a bit of a pain when it happens. You have to pull the string all the way out and kind of rethread it on, I guess. It only takes a few minutes, but it's kind of annoying when it happens. I'm pretty sure it's probably user error. We've got a load of like rocks and stones in here, and I think it's when I hit those, it kind of takes a load of the string off and disappears back inside. So I'll try and keep an eye on that today. We'll also be using the pole saw. This is again our FlexVolt pole saw. Been really happy with this. This could also just work as a chainsaw on some of the smaller things, anything up to be honest, probably 6 inches. I'd probably use it on like 3, 4, 5 inch at the most, just because beyond that you kind of want a little bit more control over where the blade goes. But on the smaller stuff where it's just an easy cut, this is a little bit easier to manage than the chainsaw. I don't worry about all the chaps and everything when I'm using this, because I'm using it at arm's length. So even if it kicks back, it's still quite a distance from me. Also got the helmet. You saw how many dead fallen trees and dead standing trees there are in there. Plus, if I am pulling things down, having the helmet on is really nice. I did make a mistake this morning. I left my gloves at home. They were filthy, so we washed those yesterday, and I've left them at home drying by mistake. So I'm going to be wearing the chainsaw gloves like these, because it's just the gloves that I happen to have in the truck with me still. If I need it, and I probably will later, I'll grab the chainsaw out and we'll use that for some of the bigger trees. But for now, I want to focus on the smaller stuff, clear some space, and just get a bit of a clear trail to go through. I feel like I'm making pretty good progress. I started this morning near that big white pine back there, and I've been working through, mainly focusing on the small stuff. So the string trimmer, the shears and the branch lopper. I've cleared a good section here now. I've probably made it, it's probably about 100 feet or so that I've made it. I'm now at the section where things start to climb a little bit uphill. I'm deliberately leaving some of the trees. I'm not trying to take out anything larger than the branch loppers just yet. I may get to that later, but for now I'm just doing the small stuff. Just to clear the trail, clear some space, take out some of the dead wood. It's just lots of walking back and forth to the slash pile with a load of stuff that I've cut off, a load of slash and things. The reason that I'm taking it to a slash pile down there is we don't have a good way to get the tractor in here just yet. This is pretty steep in sections. There's some good bedrock and things between us and the logging trail. The slash pile that I created just behind the white pine, I can get the tractor to through that little clearing behind it. So by taking stuff back to there, I can then get the tractor in, we can get the chipper to there, and we can clear stuff. It also means when I fell some of these trees, when I do get to that, we'll try and skid the logs down to there, because I think I can get the tractor in to that little section and possibly up some of these little bits, although I wouldn't necessarily want to bring the chipper all the way up here. I can also reach up here with a chain if I need to, so just throw a chain around the trees and pull with a tractor from further down. For now, I'm just going to keep going, more of the same, so wish me luck. Slight change of plan. I'm going to go and grab the chainsaw and fell 2 trees just back there. They are dead standing trees and I really don't want to be working underneath them, so I'm going to take them down just to make it safe for me to work under again. So I will be using the chainsaw today. I got those 2 trees down with the chainsaw. The first one went down pretty easily. The second one took a little bit more effort. I had to use the wedges on that one to make it fall the direction I wanted, but you can see the 2 trees lying next to each other here, which is kind of what I wanted. You can also see the second one here snapped in the middle as it fell. That's the danger of some of these dead trees. It's just, it can't even stay together when it falls. So that could fall at any point. It could land on you. If you knock another tree, a branch falls into that one, all that stuff can come loose. So I'm glad I've got those down. While I've got the chainsaw and I've got all the kit on, there's a couple of other dead trees around, and also some smaller ones that since I've got the kit on, I'm going to take down. One of the things I learned on the Game of Logging chainsaw training course was to evaluate your stump. So there's a number of different things I can look at on here and see how well I did, in addition to seeing where the tree landed. It wasn't perfect. There's a few things that I need to improve at, but fortunately this time it worked out okay. It landed where I wanted, and everyone was safe. Right, that's me done for today. It is 3:30 in the afternoon. I've been at this for about 7.5 hours with just a short break for lunch. I am absolutely exhausted. I think I've been through about 6 or 7 batteries on the cordless strimmer, the chainsaw and the pole saw. I've been through countless water bottles. I think I felled about a dozen trees. I'm really pleased with the progress I've made today. I think it's looking really good. It's hard work though, a lot of fun, but a lot of hard work. So you can see behind me here the row of orange flags. They mark the driveway down to the road. And over this side, you can see the flags kind of continue and head up there, up to the logging trail. You can also see here a number of trees laying down. I think I felled about a dozen trees today. Some of them were nice and straightforward. Others put up quite a fight. They had a pretty serious lean that I had to kind of fight against to make them go the way I wanted them to go. But they all came down safely and where I wanted them to go, so I'm really happy with that. I've leveled off most of the stumps, which is what our contractor asked us to do. There's a few still to go, and obviously there's a lot of cleanup work. This one here in particular needs limbing and bucking down so we can move it out. I'm not sure whether we're going to be able to get the tractor in here or not. I sort of think we might be able to. It looks like it might be able to come up this way. If not, we're just going to have to take these out by hand. I've created 2 slash piles today. One that I think you saw earlier down there, which we're going to get through from the logging trail on the far side to come through with a chipper and get to. And the other one is up there. So I have actually been able to make it all the way through and connect the driveway here with the logging trail where they should converge up there. At the moment, that's just a walking path. So next time we're here, in addition to removing a load of this slash here, we're also going to keep working up there, widen that out a bit and make sure that it's clear. I've taken out some of the bigger stuff, but there's a load of smaller stuff and I haven't string trimmed up there yet. So a lot more work to do, but hopefully next time we're out here, we'll be able to make some really good progress. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have and you want to follow along on our journey to build our dream home here in Vermont on 40 acres of raw land, then be sure to hit that subscribe button and we'll see you in the next video.